Good morning, you badass motherfuckers. How the fuck you doing? It's the All On Me, the morning drinking show. We getting on here every fucking day. This is how we start the day with a fucking bang, motherfuckers. This is your show of compression. It ain't about little compassion and getting all fucking soft and shit. This to wake your motherfucking asses up. Because this is the All On Me show. I've been chronicling what? 10 years of fucking transformation, 10 years of fucking manifestation, just changing shit up, living a sober life, challenging myself every fucking day. And guess what, man? The benchmark of it all was when I finally started to take ownership of my life. I'm challenging you motherfuckers every day. Take ownership of the shit you're dealing with. Take ownership of your fucking situation, right? You hate your fucking job? What you gonna do about it, man? You gonna just keep fucking hating shit? You hate the level of education you've achieved? What the fuck you gonna do, motherfuckers? Let's go. Turn your ass around. I don't care how your situation is. No matter what your situation is, you can turn your motherfucking life around. You can change directions. You know this shit. You know this shit. Because the motherfuckers that keep getting back on here, here's what I know. One, you some badass motherfuckers, right? And two, you leaders. You're a leader. This message goes out to people that are willing to lead. You don't got to be the greatest leader on earth. You just got to fucking lead yourself. And by leading yourself, that's fucking inspirational for so many people because so many motherfuckers don't know where to start on how to get some shit changed up. And that's why I consider myself the turn your life around coach, right? We getting twisted up here. Just got out of the fucking gym, had an incredible workout. I was talking to a buddy of mine. He's 60 years old. He was still fucking squatting fucking three wheels, man. This fucking 60-year-old still getting it, man. He's like, here you go. Here's your warm-up weight. I'm like, shit, dude. You're fucking, that's beast. 60 years old, man. 60. He's looking good, right? I talked to these 80-year-olds yesterday. They still looking good. You know what? You know what the deal is? It's about your fucking consistency. Consistency. It's his standard. He's like, man, I could have went the other direction in life, right? This is a man that's almost 61 years old, right? He's looking good, but he keeps showing the fuck up. I was listening to something this morning because I'm always filling myself with positive fucking messages, positive information. This is a very positive fucking message for you to fucking grab a hold on today. Listening to Tony Robbins, they put a clip of him in this motivation I was listening to today, and he said if you want to change anything about yourself, you got to change your standard, right? If you look in the mirror, right, and what you see is fucking fat and nasty, I've been hammering on that shit. And a lot of you motherfuckers just keep making excuses, keep making the motherfucking excuses every time. Most of you won't even watch this no more because you some punk ass motherfuckers. You can't handle this shit, right? You can't handle it. You can't handle what? The truth. It's the fucking truth. If Tony Robbins is saying, look, the state of your physical condition right fucking now is a direct proportion to your standard in life. Don't make no other motherfucking excuses. I don't care what you have accomplished in your fucking finances, in your education, in your relationships. None of that shit fucking matters at the end of the day. If you yourself are not a reflection of excellence, you can go and put your mind and your energy into that shit. But if you don't truly value yourself, right, there's going to be some cracks in what story you're telling people. If it's not well-rounded, if it's not balanced and cohesive, that fucking this matches up with that, right? So many motherfuckers, we bark, we talk all this shit, right? And we can't back it up with true fucking results that are fucking across the board. And that's why this program, right, is comprehensive. It hits from A to Z. And it starts right here, motherfucker, getting your mind right. And the biggest, one of the fucking hardest things, the hardest motherfucking things coming off of that loss 10 years ago, July 22nd, 2012, right, was waking the fuck up and realizing that, holy shit, I put myself in this situation, right? And I am now responsible to get myself out of it if I want to. I could have made my situation worse, right? I could have fucking been a miserable fuck for the last 10 years, blaming everything, right? Blaming mommy, daddy issues, all this shit, right? How I was fucking brought up, all the bullshit. Hung out a little bit yesterday with an old fucking high school friend, right? That motherfucker just still talking all this bullshit, right? Stirring up shit, talking all this shit. Some things never change. Some people never change. Here's somebody that ain't ever changed. This was a heartbreaker, right? So I'm talking to my friend today at the gym, and he was telling me about a close family member that's 75 years old. Grab a hold of this, right? The story was just kind of like, this person has literally been living like that fucking party lifestyle. And I talked about it yesterday. I've been talking about it like really this weekend, right? A lot of you motherfuckers, happy Memorial Day. It's like, it's not really happy. It's not really a happy time, man. Memorial Day, the heart, the essence of why we commemorate and sit back and really even just take a pause to memorialize the lost, the sacrifice for the freedom. It's not really a happy fucking time for a lot of veterans, military related people. It's not that happy, man. So happy Memorial Day. Nah, fuck, man. It's not that happy, right? Most of us don't celebrate death, man. I never seen anybody woohoo at a funeral. Fuck yeah. I've never seen that shit. I've also never seen anybody really talk the truth. Everybody goes to heaven, right? Everybody dies. I've never been to a funeral where I've heard a motherfucker say, where I've heard someone get up and say, this son of a bitch, that motherfucker, God, this person was always fucking stirring shit, always causing problems, always fucking getting into shit, always making us miserable. No one ever fucking says the truth. Oh, what a fucking saint. What an angel. What a blessing to all of us. He's in heaven right now. We're going to keep praying for him. Why you got to keep praying for someone that's in heaven? It's sad, man. Life and death is a reality here. We talk all this shit, but it's about total fucking ownership. So I hear this story today. God, it broke my heart. Because it could be me. And it could be you, motherfuckers. Because we have such a what? Chemical fucking dependency in this day and age. What's your chemical dependency? We all got it. I got chemical dependency still, right? Even though I ain't fucking hitting alcohol. Motherfuckers, you better be honest. You can lie to me. You can lie to all the other motherfuckers in your life. But there's maybe a select few people, and maybe there's even a less, and just yourself, the shit you hiding, some of this chemical dependency, right? So this guy's telling me about a family member that's 75 years old that still to this day, right, smoking 6 to 8 packs of cigarettes a week. Them motherfuckers is like $10 a pop now, right? And 2 to 3 gallons of vodka, motherfuckers. 2 to 3 gallons of vodka a week. Holy shit. That's some chemical dependency. He flat out just said, look, if I take away the alcohol from this person, this family member, this loved one that's suffering, that's it. That's the dependency. That is like, that's where this person has built their life upon, is like, that is what is keeping this person going. And you pull it away and it's it. That's done. But I'm like, dude, fuck. How could that be living? Do y'all motherfuckers want to get to that point? Some of y'all are going to be there. I swear, man, I'm going to do everything I can to maintain my motherfucking lifestyle that I present to you here today for the rest of my life. And I've been talking to you guys. Are you an inspiration to the young generation right now? And who are you inspired by that's older, right? Because I'm inspired when I see these old cats in the gym and they're always trying to talk me up. And I'm like, nah, man, you've already been at my age. Look at you at your age. You're still showing up. You're still showing the fuck up, and you're in your 70s, you're in your 80s. You know how many people are in their 30s and 40s bullshitting themselves saying, Oh, I just don't got the time. I just don't got the money. Oh, it's a health thing. Oh, it's my metabolism thing. Oh, it's my this thing, my thyroid, all this bullshit, man. No, what it is you just don't have no discipline and you got such a fucking low standard. Like Tony Robbins said, man, it's your standards, motherfuckers. Raise your standards, you change your fucking life. Your physical condition today, what you are accepting yourself to be cruising around this fucking earth in, that body of yours, that birthday suit you got issued, right, is a result of your standard. Period. That's it. And if you're okay with it, fucking be okay with it, man. Right? I'm not preaching that shit though. I see way too many motherfuckers just miserable. And you know you're miserable, but it takes work. It takes dedication. It takes living your dreams, not just fucking smoking dreams, right? Just wishing upon a dream, wishing upon a star. It takes fucking action. And it's that first fucking step. It's the hardest one. Finishing the starting line of something worthwhile in your life. Right? I got this fucking shit resonating in me. I'm gonna probably jump out of a fucking airplane this week, right? Spontaneous. I'm going on a trip. I'm gonna go volunteer my fucking time and effort this coming weekend up in Colorado, helping a fucking community recover from some devastating fires, right? And on the way, I just happened to search. I've been telling myself something new, a big bucket list thing, bucket list year 2022. If there's somewhere you want to go, something you want to do, what in the fuck are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? The time to be right, the stars to be lined, your bills to be paid, whatever the fuck it is. It's all excuses. It's bullshit. You need to come up with a plan. And that's the fucking most amazing thing about us human beings is we can come up with plans. We can change our story. We can pivot. We can redirect our lives on a fucking snap of a finger, man. It's that easy. Now, does it mean that everything changes spontaneously? No. I've been doing this shit for 10 years. Trial and error, experimenting with shit, learning about myself, growing, expanding, contracting a little bit, expanding, getting hurt, heartbreak, fucking setbacks. You know, it's still full of that. Life is still full of that no matter what you're doing. But if your mind is right, that shit don't knock you the fuck out like it does now. A lot of you guys are knocked the fuck out of life because you told yourself some other crazy story that somehow you got to settle for what the fuck you're settling for. And that's bullshit. Ain't nobody should be fucking settling for shit right now. And I know too many people that are. I know too many people that are codependent on other people, living their fucking life, not living their own life, right? It's that self-sufficiency. I'm grateful for that right now, right? I got kids to raise. I got co-parenting to do. But right now, it's about learning about myself, self-sufficiency, honoring myself, right? Growing. I mean, holy fuck. It's been this latest season, right, that I've been in has been one of the most incredible. And I was telling myself this the other day in my journal that right now is the best time of my life. How many of you, the best time of your life was when you served in the military or when you were playing high school sports or when you were in college or, you know, when you were in your 20s or your 30s or pre-COVID? And right now you're not enjoying life. You're not having fun. You look back and you say, man, it was so much better back then. That's bullshit. That shit is gone. It's a fucking psychological illusion that you could even cling on to the past. You can bring parts of it forward, right? But at the end of the day, if you're not living your best life, if today is not the best day of your life, then what in the fuck are you doing? You got to change your narrative because today is all that matters. The past is done. The future ain't even shown up. You ain't guaranteed tomorrow. So what else do you have by listening to my voice and listening to your own fucking voices and saying, let's have a conversation. Is today the best day of my life or not? Is today the shittiest day of my life? Right? Because even back then when I was in the fucking jail, that was still a day of life. I got set free. That was a good day. getting out of fucking jail. Who the fuck wants to be there, right? Who the fuck wants to be there? How many people are in jail just because of their suffering, right? Just because they were traumatized as a child, neglected, and they didn't know how to fucking emotionally regulate. They got caught up in some bad shit. They did some bad shit. Look, you got to be responsible for your bad shit. I've had to pay my fucking dues, right? And a lot of people are doing that. But how could we avoid so much of this suffering that leads to incarceration, that leads to fucking lifelong addictions, chemical addictions? I'm telling you about my fucking friend. I don't want to drop too much info because I do like keeping people private, especially when I share stories from another story. But holy shit, a 75-year-old still needing to smoke 6 to 8 packs a week and 2 to 3 gallons of vodka. I don't know if it was a day. That can't be a day, man. You die. It was a week. I'm pretty sure that was a week. Fuck. God, that's a lot, man. But he knows. He knows. He ain't going to change the perspective of this person, right? And I could empathize with that too. I actually, in my own story, I got to see 2 of my grandmothers, which I didn't spend a lot of time with them, but the time I did get to spend was kind of in their last days of their life. The last one of them, it was the last year or so, and the other was just really the last few months. And both those ladies were lifetime smokers, right? Like still like on their deathbed, wanting one more hito cigarette. They wanted a cigarette. They're like their last breath. They wanted it to fucking be filled with nicotine, tobacco, that smoke. And what's crazy is I was having a conversation yesterday, but I know another person that quit smoking after 20 years of smoking. And the thing that helped this person out was yoga, right? Because at the end of the day, smoking, it's a habit, it's habitual, but what are you really trying to do when you're smoking, right? Breath work. It's the shit I do when I do my meditation. Lots of breath work, guys. Lots of breath work. And we hear about this shit. When you get anxious, when you're in the fucking heat of battle, when it's fight or flight, breathe. And, a lot of times we just don't do it, right? So a lot of people that smoke, what you're really doing, what's really the thing there, I mean, yes, there's a chemical dependency there, but really it's the breath work that the smoking helps you to do that does. It's unfortunate that there's positiveness to the breath work you do, but because you're using a substance like tobacco and nicotine, it's not healthy. It doesn't give you the full result. And that's one of the things, man, coming out of the yoga that I've been trying this year, the breath work. I come out of these classes just so calm. I have a state of like bliss and calmness about me. There's a peace that's just flowing inside of me because just so much breath work. I'd get the same feelings just doing meditation. Exercising, you guys. Anytime you exercise a little bit, right? You get your fucking heart rate up. You breathe. Breath work. Some of you motherfuckers just need to breathe more and not have smoke in the breath, right? So that was like crazy, right? 75 years old, chemical dependency. It made me think about how many of you motherfuckers, because I know me, I still got some chemical dependencies that I'm probably not so proud of, right? But we have real talk here, and guarantee you some of you motherfuckers hiding your chemical dependencies. It's a bad thing. It's our culture. That's the fucking culture, man. Chemical dependency, right? Numbing the pain, numbing the fucking feelings and the emotions and the shit that we want to avoid. I know when I get stressed out, man, I get tempted. I'm like, fuck, glad I don't drink. That was fucking disastrous for me. Alcohol, because alcohol just totally blacks me out, man. Like that's the way that I drink. I drink to get drunk. Fucking total blackout, inebriated, belligerent, the drunk motherfucker, the worst motherfucker, man. Right? And so alcohol just doesn't, it cannot be a part of my fucking game plan ever again, other than just trying to preach the fucking word of saying, look, man, there's something better out there for you. Alcohol is not the answer. This Naked Mind will fucking paint that picture clearer than I ever could. It's an amazing book that really just fucking hits the facts. You just can't argue the facts in that book. And the way that the author really conveys the facts, you know, it leaves you changed. You'll change your perspective. Listen to that. But there's so many of us going around, we don't want to take responsibility, right? It's a victim. We live in a victimized culture. We live in a victimized day and age. Everybody on every issue, right? We had the shooting that happened at the elementary school right away. Didn't you guys all see it? Are you guys awake enough to see that, like, okay, I don't know if you're a Fox News or a CNN person, but both sides tried to run to the victimization fucking post. Who gets to be the fucking victim and who gets to cast blame, right? That is what's happening there. When I say victim, who gets to own blaming something else? That makes them a victim. If you are blaming a situation, a person, circumstances, anything other than yourself for your situation in your life, your results, right? You are aiming in the wrong direction, right? You need to go stand in a mirror and really just start blaming yourself. You need to do it. And sometimes those conversations are fucking necessary. You got to get fucking honest and real with yourself, right? Quit bullshitting your fucking self. It's taking total extreme fucking ownership of your circumstances. Complete. And here's the fucking coolest thing, motherfuckers. The silver lining is that when you finally do take ownership, right? It kind of sets you free, man. It sets you free. You rise above being a victim. And that doesn't mean that if bad shit, I constantly say this, if bad shit has happened to you, genuine fucking almost criminal shit you have encountered throughout your life, that doesn't just wipe it out by taking ownership, by taking the high ground, by saying, you know what, fuck it. I can't control this. I'm not going to stay suffering and blaming someone else for the way I feel right now. You got to control how you feel. You are in control of how you feel. Do you realize that? If you feel like shit right now, if you feel miserable, if you're depressed, if you're anxious, if you're suicidal, if you're alone, if you're lonely, if you're heartbroken, right? If you're jaded, you're fucking just bitter, no matter what that negative feeling is, you are in control of that. You are subconsciously telling your body that this is how we respond to this situation. Do you hear me, motherfuckers? And if you don't like how you're feeling because it keeps you in a low state of life, it keeps you fucking less than optimal, it keeps you just sucking the fucking fumes of life and feeling like shit, right? You can change everything about your life. It's not going to be instant. But if you come up with a plan, you get a life coach, hire a fucking life coach. You can't just get them. You got to hire those motherfuckers. Find somebody. I'm available. Other motherfuckers are available. They don't curse as much. I don't curse when I talk to you privately. Hope you motherfuckers realize this shit. This is just to wake your ass up, right? The seriousness of this content, because I'm tired. Like, I'm not tired, right? I'm not tired of seeing people suffer because it's going to continue. No matter how much I talk, no matter how fucking many days I get on here, human suffering is going to be constant. But I can at least try and help turn some motherfuckers' lives around, or at least inspire somebody to consider fucking changing their circumstances right here every single day. And that's good enough for me, right? It may not be good enough for everybody, right? But I'm not in it for everybody. I'm in it for me. This is just me sharing with an audience my story and how fucking I have transformed, right? And when you look at a life coach, if you look at somebody that is the message that you're tuning into, if it ain't resonating with you, if it's offensive to you, then go find someone else. There are so many inspirational people. Do you think I just sit around and listen to myself all fucking day? No. I've got so many people I'm inspired by, a diversity of people. You guys would be blown away if you knew how many different perspectives of people, of past, present, right, that I allowed to influence me. But I'm very guarded, and you should too, on what the fuck you're listening to. And the biggest fucking guard, which is the hardest, is listening to your own fucking thoughts. And what's so sad is that so many of your negative thoughts are not even yours. This shit was told to you from when you were just a little fucking kid running around trying to fucking figure shit out. You didn't even really have a consciousness. You were just present, right? You were just going with the flow of life. You didn't have shit figured out. And we still don't have shit figured out, right? But at the end of the day, throughout that experience, there were many things that have been spoken to a lot of us, spoken over us, doubts, insecurities from our caregivers, from close family members, relatives, friends, right? They cast doubt on your dreams. They fucking poured water on your fucking ambitions, right? And then that messed you up, right? If you didn't have a safe and secure upbringing, it messed you up. And you said, well, shit, if this person feels this way, that must be, I got to feel that way too, right? We align with our fucking tribes, with our clans. And that's why I put this message out there. That was what was so important to me, to put this message out there so that motherfuckers can hear my authentic self, right? Is this everything about me? Fuck no, right? If you want to know everything about me, you got to get closer into the circle. Right? So I could share stuff with more intimate things about me. But this is just for the broad fucking audience, me showing you guys and sharing and speaking about just day-to-day life challenges. And it's there every day. I got to wake up and put on that fucking mind, that positive mental attitude. PMA every fucking day. PMA. That's how you start your day, motherfuckers. You wake up, you shouldn't be like shell-shocked by the fucking alarm clock going off, snooze, 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 because you partied too late last night. Maybe some of that's how you do it. That's how you're going to do it, man. Guess what? You are going to reap what you sow. If that's the life that you're fucking doing, that's the game you're playing, guess what? Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Right? At least have fun. If that's the shit you're doing, at least have fun. Do it with a smile, right? I saw some people walking today. They look like they had some big smiles. They look like they were in love. They look like they were enjoying life, right? And that's how you should be. You should be out there enjoying your life. Don't take shit so serious, but you do need to get serious about what you're going to do in your life. Because right now, your life ain't over if you're hearing my voice. And that means you still got opportunity. That means you still have time to change things up, to come up with a new direction, a new dream, to resurrect a dream from the past that died, that faded. And I'm telling you, some of y'all need to get rid of some people in your life, but some of you will be too afraid to. And you'll keep going and keep going down this path. And, I hope at some point you break free. I hope at some point, right, you honor yourself by starting to do things that truly build yourself up. And that's been the beauty of this season for me. A season of just being single, man. The single fucking lifestyle. Not dealing with the bullshit, not dealing with the drama, right? Not getting caught up, right? It's helped me to expand who the fuck I am, right? And I think all of us, I think every human, man, and probably a lot of you listening, you've been single for a lot of years. I was married for 21 fucking years. That's like the most of my life. That was half of my adult life, most of my adult life. So as I fucking transition out of that still 2.5 years later, I'm learning so much more about who I am, what I love, what I hate, what I want, and why, right? And what I'm capable of doing. Right? What brings me peace? What do I enjoy? Right? What makes me have fun? What is the thing that truly gets me up in the morning? Right? And right now, it's like I am so thankful for life. I am so thankful for my situation and my circumstances because I'm living an incredible life. This is the best time of my life. It's not when I was in high school, fucking playing ball and doing all this shit, or just, the tip of the spear shit in my military years. Those were all great memories. Those have all built me into the man I am. They're a part of who I am. But I can't look back and say that was the best. That was the fucking good old days. Nah, man. Right now is the best fucking day because it's the only day. No matter when you're listening to this, if you're listening to this, today is the best day. And it's the best time to start changing some shit up. And it's super important that you take ownership. If you can't take ownership of everything, so many of us want to blame. Oh, it's all his fault. Oh, it's all her fault. That's why I feel this way. That's some bullshit, man. That's a bitch voice fucking mentality. That's a loser's mentality. Passing the blame, complaining, making it about someone else. You can't control what other people do or say or how they act. You have total control of you, though. At least that would be the ideal situation. Because most of y'all motherfuckers are probably like me, right? Before I started really getting deep on myself, where it was like, holy shit, man, I didn't have control over myself in totality, especially when I'd get triggered, right? How many of you motherfuckers even know what your triggers are, right? How do you even know what your toxic traits are that contribute to a toxic, dysfunctional relationship that you're in? Do you realize, are you willing to take ownership, or is it just, oh, this person's a narcissist? And it's really sad because I wish there was a way, right? There's such a division amongst men and women right now. I'm feeling it. I'm sensing it. I can't really prove it in any certain way. It's just a feeling I have that people are so fucking jaded right now in terms of relationships and communication. It's like both sides, we're like, there's so much animosity there. And it's probably a good thing. We do need like a reset. People do need to sift through themselves and deal with their shit. So maybe it is a good pause or a timeout to really getting into new relationships, right? Because you guys have all seen it. Everyone walking around today, if you're on the fucking internet, social media, you've seen this, right? The most important relationship that you can cultivate is who? With yourself. And that's the it's all on me mantra. It's taking total ownership, and it's making yourself in the relationship with yourself a priority, not making it every fucking thing. It's a priority. The reason why I'm going to go volunteer this week is because it's not all about me. It's all on me, and I'm taking total ownership and going and serving others that are suffering, that have been hit with some real shit, giving them my time, getting paid fucking zero, motherfuckers. How many of you guys do shit getting paid zero, expecting nothing in return, man? Right? That's a true hero in my book. And I'm about to come alongside. This is not me tooting my own horn. We got over like 160,000 volunteers nationwide in Team Rubicon, right? Not just veterans, first responders, and kick-ass civilians, people that just see that they are part of a solution. They don't want to be part of the fucking problem. And if you ain't doing anything to make a difference in your community by raising your hand, by stepping up, by taking initiative to address an issue, being the fucking solution, giving your time, your talent, and even some of your treasure, right? Then what are you truly doing? Is it real? It's all then that those are the type of motherfuckers. It's all about you. Because even serving in the military was volunteering, motherfuckers. Service for something greater than self, right? And there's a lot of people. I think my buddy yesterday sent me the stats. 7% of our population historically has served. That's it. 7%. So the rest of you 93% motherfuckers out there, what are you doing to serve something greater than yourself and your own interests? Giving of your sacred fucking time. You're partying. You're sitting back, cheering on motherfuckers working, right? Getting into the food fucking pantries, going out there and serving. I mean, even you fucking churchy goody goods. I know motherfuckers when I was up in the church, man, I couldn't get people to fucking volunteer. in the own church, man. They would show up, but they wouldn't be like, nah, I can't. I'm not going to do ushering. I'm not going to do the parking thing. I'm too good for that shit. That's a big attitude in this fucking country. You're too good for it, right? You're too good to go fucking help out at a fucking battered women's shelter or fucking soup kitchen or the homeless shelter or fucking Big Brothers Big Sisters or the American Red Cross, Team RubiconUSA.org. Find your fucking calling, find your purpose, and guaranteed you will find a purpose. You will find meaning to life when you give of your time, which is the most precious resource, to something greater than yourself. That is the calling today. Take fucking ownership. Quit making the motherfucking excuses, because you know the drill. Results kill excuses. It's all on me. Greg's out.